Texas has a whorehouse in it.
Lord have mercy on our souls.
Texas has a whorehouse in it.
Lord have mercy on our souls. 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 Lord have mercy on our souls.
Texas has a whorehouse in it.
Lord have mercy on our souls.
sounding great. In 1955, Mr. Ralph Hardy Young, the trumpet will be sounding with the coming of the sun. Well, I'll lay my army down, gonna take up my robe and crown, then I'll walk the golden streets with my Lord.
If you're in high school, college, or grad school, I can solve your math problems. Call Ernest McGee.
Where are you?
Far out in space.
For me, I have to change myself because I know I can't change anyone else. So I figure the battle's got to start with me.
Little do they know, however, that at this very moment,
Maybe that's why he left you.
He won't find his way back in a million years. Whoa, that's 7 million in doggy years.
I bet he's lonely, too, out there in the dark. I ought to rescue him.
Listen to the chorus and say, has no meaning. Take on fire.
On the wayside, lead me gently home.
That's funny.
And she said, "Where are you, Hoppity? Where are you hiding? I can't see you."
I'm very busy. I travel a lot.
Each one of us is affected by our environment. But did you know that we also help create that environment?
Yeah. 2 of them.
Yep, 2 moons, all right.
This is a natural result of individuals developing their full potential and enjoying higher states of consciousness.
Clear mind. All these things together, blossoming in life.
Restores the connection between the individual and nature's intelligence, awakening one's total potential.
In such wisdom lies the real truth.
I think the dark's exciting.
Some people have been known to enjoy it.
That's you. And me.
I looked at myself and said, hey, you know, I mean, come on, guys, you know.
Well, what I don't understand is why we just all can't get along together. No, I mean, really, after all, we do have a lot in common, you know.
My sisters, if you want to find God, you have to search for Him within yourself.
On this program, we're going to explore the
laws of nature that govern the forces in the atom, the structure of DNA and all life in an intricately balanced ecosystem, and the evolution of the stars, from smaller than the smallest to larger than the largest, eternally evolving in perfect balance.
And the scientific research has shown that every one of us is really cosmic. The planets, the stars, the moon, the galaxies are all present within us. Every one of us contains the total intelligence of natural law.
Because I am more in touch with the deepest and most quietest parts of my own self.
We're alone. In an uncharted part of the galaxy. We've already made some friends here. And some enemies. We have no idea of the dangers we're going to face. But one thing is clear. Both crews are going to have to work together if we're to survive.
Hello.
Terry, I'm in trouble.
Okay, I'll be right there.
We'll see you then. Bye-bye.
One thing I've learned, no matter how bad the communication gap is, there's almost always something you can do to bridge it, if you choose to, even when it seems hopeless.
Captain, I've got an idea. Actually, it was yours.
Just a little boy, lost in the world. Just a little boy, who's lost in the world. And I wanna go back home toys are, but they never came looking for me. No, they never came looking for me. No, they never came looking for me. What was I supposed to do? Go looking for you.
You must be hungry, and I bet your family is really worried about you.
Every day when I tried to go home, I'm alive and I'm all alone. What's up, baby? With my appeal, thought I was tangible. I thought I was
His triumph was ours as well.
Christmas, 1982.
I can see why that's a Christmas she'll never forget. And so is this one. Because I'm with people I love.
with just a little love and a little understanding. If we take the time to care, every moment that we share will be guaranteed to have a happy
The future looked bright. Birds fly over the rainbow. Why then, oh, why can't I?
straight from y'all.
A person with a poor attitude toward learning, for example, in school or afterward, isn't going to learn very much until he changes his attitude. I know you can think of examples of this in your own life. If we take the attitude that we cannot do something, we generally will not do it. An attitude of failure, and we're whipped before we start. So we know then that what we receive from life, what we accomplish or fail to accomplish, is due in large measure to our overall attitude. William James of Harvard said the greatest discovery of his generation was that human beings can alter their lives by altering their attitudes of mind. To develop a good attitude toward the world in general, each of us must first develop a good attitude toward himself. We can't give to others something we don't have. So it is the attitude we take toward ourselves which determines our attitude toward others, which radiates to the world around us.
Texas meets its construction problem, an engineering feat formerly regarded as a wild dream, but now a reality. In fact, the conventional engineers owing to the ideal location of the multi-Texas is actually quite small for ships, sail the seven seas, and let the railways transfer their cargo to the battle market. Ladies and gallants from all the river far north of Dallas and
Comets, shooting stars, and meteorites.
One day, Henny Penny was picking up corn in the farmyard when whack! An acorn hit her on the head. Goodness gracious me, said Henny Penny. The sky is falling. I must go.
Of course, if you didn't know any better, why wouldn't you think the sky was falling? Everything else falls. Why not the sky and all the things in it? Why not those long-tailed, funny-looking streaks of light we call comets? Well, there was a time when people thought comets and shooting stars would fall onto the Earth. And they also thought that comets brought bad luck, like wars and sickness. And since we've had so many wars and so many plagues, and since so many comets have passed us by, obviously, if you didn't know any better, it would seem that one caused the others. If you lived in a time when science was more superstition than anything else, and you happened to look up into the sky and saw a huge flaming ball of light with a tremendous tail streaking across the sky, you'd think something was going on. You'd be scared, and you'd wonder what terrible thing was going to happen. You might even remember stories you'd been told about how a great comet appeared in the sky on the day Julius Caesar was killed, how a great fire burned in the heavens when Jerusalem fell to the Romans, how in 1066 a comet appeared, and men predicted that England would be invaded by the Normans from France. And you would think that every one of these stories was true. Comets did appear then. But today we know better than to think that comets have anything to do with controlling events here on Earth.
Henny Penny, Cocky Locky, Ducky Lucky, and Goosey Lucy went off to tell the king that the sky was
That's a smart idea.
She's look directly at Stay like that, Lars. Stay still. Just stay still.
Back in the day.
Just stay still. Alright, I'll throw this.
What is it possible? Yeah.
Let's take a hypothetical case and call him an average man in the free world. Although there's no such thing as an average man, the trouble comes from acting as though we're average. In the case of this so-called average man, from the time he's born until about age 25, most of his life is spent in doing what others have told him to do. As a child, it's his parents. They mold him much as a potter molds clay. He talks as his mother and father talk. He thinks the way they think. If they think something is bad, he thinks it's bad. He tends to grow up in their religious faith and very probably ultimately in their political belief. If they have deep-rooted prejudices, he will likely adopt them.
clothes.
Successful people come in all sizes, shapes, and colors, and in widely varying degrees of intelligence, background, and education. But they have one thing in common. They expect more good out of life than bad. They expect to succeed more often than they fail. And they do. When you want something worthwhile, take the attitude that there are a lot more reasons why you can have it than why you can't. Set out to earn it, go after it, work at it, ask for it, and 9 times out of 10 you'll get it. Now think about this. Our environment, the world we've created around us, is really a mirror of our attitudes. If we don't like our environment, we can change it by changing our attitude. The world plays no favorites. It's impersonal. It doesn't care who succeeds and who fails, nor does it care whether we change or not. Our attitude toward life doesn't affect the world and the people in it nearly so much as it affects us. It would be impossible to even estimate the number of jobs which have been lost, promotions or good grades missed, sales not made, marriages ruined by poor attitudes. But you can number in the millions the jobs which are held but hated, the marriages which are tolerated but unhappy, the parents and children who fail to understand one another, all because of people who are waiting for the world and others to change toward them before they'll change.
Our atmosphere acts like a shield, burning almost everything that flies through it from space and protecting us from being hit too often. If it wasn't for our atmosphere, the surface of the Earth would look very much like the cratered surface of the Moon. Now, as we've seen, the great mysteries of hundreds of years ago are no longer mysterious. We can explain a lot of what we see in the sky. This is not to say we know everything. We don't. We are like a man standing on a seashore. We see whales, jumping fish, waves rolling, and from what we see, we try to put together a whole picture of an ocean. A wet thing with fish in it that makes noise and has tides. ocean until we go out on it and really see what it is all about and how far it reaches. In one way, we have been lucky. Meteors and comets and shooting stars have come our way, and we've learned some things from them. But we haven't learned everything. As science advances, it will enable us to go out into the sky and learn more and more about it, and about all the things we see in it.
Prepare yourselves.
Kaç tane alacağız okuma yeri? Buraya alırız. Sonra?
Red. Orange. Yellow. Pink. Black. Blue. Purple. Green.
Yes.
Come on. Yo.
I'm not a kid.
Clap your hands, everybody, and everybody just clap your hands.
We'll talk to you later.
153 and a half, 154.
I know.
All will be well.
I'm told that we might be stuck here for an indefinite period of time.
Why would a person persist in a poor attitude, expecting the worst? Well, we're so familiar with ourselves that we tend to take ourselves for granted. We tend to minimize what we can accomplish, the goals we can reach. And for some equally strange reason, we believe others can reach heights which we cannot. We tend to overlook the fact that there is enormous undeveloped potential within each of us, a great reserve of talent and ability which we habitually fail to use. There are millions of human beings living narrow, darkened, frustrated lives, living defensively, simply because they take a defensive, doubtful attitude toward themselves and, as a result, toward life in general.
It's that way. It's over there.
Hello, darling. Nice to see you. It's been a long time, just as lovely as you used to be. How's your new life? Are you happy? Hope you're doing fine. Just to know it means so much to me.
before you can do something, you must first be something. Chances are you know people who seem to be what others call lucky. All kinds of wonderful things happen to them, and they give the impression of happily sailing through life, having a wonderful time, and accomplishing more in a year than most people do in 5. If you will conscientiously go about the test I'm going to recommend and concentrate on it every day, you'll find yourself beginning to join this small, happy, and extremely productive group of people. You'll find yourself becoming lucky, as they say, and most of your problems will take care of themselves. Of this you can be sure. The results will be nothing short of amazing. Now here's the test. Act toward the world, everything, and everyone with an attitude calculated to produce the result you want. That is, if the result you want is more success in what you're doing, act as though you are already in possession of that success. If you want others to treat you with admiration and respect, treat others with admiration and respect first. Treat every person as the most important person on earth. Do this for 3 excellent reasons. 1, as far as a person is concerned, he or she is the most important person on earth. 2, because this is the way human beings ought to treat each other. 3, by treating everyone this way, we form an important habit.
I know how to do anything.
Ready?
I need to find them. I know where your kids are. You don't need to be on there. I want them to know. What's here? Find them. I got it. I got a bet I'll have them all be angry.
There she must have been your will. A bone behind the reaper's bed. With your voice my belly sung, and I began to feel so drunk. Candle, candle on my clock. Oh Lord, I must have heard you knock me out of bed as the flames licked my head and my lungs filled up black in that tiny little shack. Well, it was real and I repent. All those messages you sent, clear as day, but in the night, oh, I couldn't get it right. Oh, 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 oh. Here is a church and here is a steeple. Open the doors, there are the people with all their little hearts at ease for another week's disease. Ego, ego, talent scream. I never once lived in between. I was on the fence. I never wanted your 2 cents down my throat into the pit with my head upon a spit. Oh Reverend, please can't chew your ear. I've become what I most fear, and I know there's no such thing as ghosts, but I have seen the demon hold. That was a song by a band from Ontario, Canada called either Timbre Timbre or Timbre Timbre. Unconfirmed. Timbre Timbre. Gather around, everybody.
Yeah, there's a lot of space here in the center to sit down if anybody wants to get comfortable here in the center of the band.
Okay. This band is called HAR HERRAR.
Jessup one time. This happened less than 8 years ago. We were there just on a visit back to the house. Me and Dammit Ray and Little Bass Ferguson, we was at the drugstore drinking a Coke and talking to some old folks and old friends of ours, and this pretty little thing came in. She was one of the prettiest little girls you've ever seen in your life. Little tiny thing. She was a grown lady, but she was a little tiny thing. And she went right back to see old man O.T. Cooper. And old man Cooper owned that drugstore as long as anybody can remember. We was at the fountain and we was sitting there, we heard the whole thing. She marched back there and she said she wanted some kind of neat or nair or some of this hair removing stuff. Now this girl raised little schnauzer dogs, little miniature schnauzers, and she was going to go to Savannah and enter her finest dog into one of them dog shows, and she wanted this stuff to get them little tiny hairs off that dog's underbelly. And she walked up to Old T and she said what she wanted. Said she wanted some of that hair remover, and he was reaching up on the shelf to get her a bottle, and she said, "This won't harm soft skin, will it?" Old T turned around, he looked at the pretty little thing, and he reached over and he patted her on the cheek, and he said, "Now, honey, you ain't gonna use this on your face, are you?" And she kind of ducked her head, and she said, "No, sir, I'm gonna use it on my schnauzer." Said, "It won't harm skin, will it?" He said, "You gonna use it on your what?" He said, "I'm gonna use it on my schnauzer." And he backed off and looked at her and he said, "No." Said, "It ain't gonna harm tender skin, none, I don't reckon." Said, "But I'll tell you one thing, you ain't gonna ride no bicycle for a while."
When you treat every person you meet as the most important person in the world, both of you will benefit. To make these important principles a habit knit part of life, here are some suggestions. Since your mind can hold only one thought at a time, make those thoughts constructive and positive. Look for the best in people and ideas. Be constantly alert for new ideas you can put to use in your life. Don't waste time talking about your problems or your poor health unless you're talking to your doctor. It probably won't help you. It cannot help others. Radiate the attitude of well-being and confidence, the attitude of the person who knows where he's going. You'll find good things happening to you right away. Lastly, treat everyone with whom you come in contact as the most important person on Earth. start this habit, practice it consistently, and you'll do it the rest of your life.
This concludes Session 1 of Lead the Field. Please fast forward to the end before turning the cassette over to hear Session 2.
A silly fight. I was wrong, you were right. What I really mean to say is, you can eat crackers in my bed anytime, baby. You can kick off all the covers in the middle of the night. Sleep with the window open wide. Anything as long as you're by my side. You can eat crackers in my bed anytime.
show's done by 8 p.m. Saturday, April 16th, we'll be at the Galaxy with UFOFU at 5:30 p.m. and Terminal Discuss at 7 p.m. That's the return of